There are so many things. There's an unidentified spaceship that has been traveling us for some time now. Just send us a message and putting it through. Are we really the Red Chamber? Boy, have I been looking for you. You're the ones who wept at the Bones Brigade, right? A new guy over at the Dooley Lumen, and I'm writing an article about you. Can I come aboard and get a better understanding of the crew? I had no idea we'd gotten this famous. After we told him the whole story, he confessed that Bones had helped him a great deal. Looks like you did Bones a big favor, but I didn't have to do nothing to y'all. A melancholy look on his face, he handed us a gift that was mean for Bones. But we deserved it for what we did. Oh. The powerful Lumion cannon, once the source of strength for various factions, was rendered useless once the witches entered the picture. Due to his reliance on Lumen, they were able to track his location, leaving behind only ruins and debris. This is what United Mining and Zhao Ji were fighting over. The doctor was the one who told me about it. During the war, United Mining was worried that Lumium simulation technology would be used for military purposes, so they ordered her and Rat to intercept Zhao Ji's ship transport vessel. Special provisions made by Zhao Ji resources. The Lumium additives increase endurance, concentration, and other physical attributes after Zhao Ji left Thousand Peaks. You could only find them among the ruins. Oh, nice. What can we upgrade? Oh. Well, I just stole some plants. Do I need those chips for something else? Apparently I don't. After the East Ocean Transport Station was destroyed, Zhao Ji was unable to get supplies and United Mining had sealed them off from all sides. Once a leader in Lumen processing technology, they too were burned in the fires of war. War is something really bad. But the blessings of Helios, just the man I need. June of the Red Chamber crew, right? Perfect timing. Give us a hand and help us figure out what happened to this soul. Lumen Association was commissioned to fix the whole drawing, but United Mining really screwed up this old refinery. The pulse of the Lumen is a mess. You can get a reading on the soil or the water. The refinery is probably built on a Lumen cave. Excavation skill, I'm sure I could help. We're looking for caves, let's head to Mount Aurora and quit wasting time here. Let's help. Spend some time analyzing the water and soil quality of the refinery. Plus another development plan in detail. The Fang Red Chamber, the crew leader, gave us some plans they had uncovered as compensation. Alright. Further, it's not yet. Theo? Theo kept the ship in good shape. Thanks. It's 10 years since you've been on board, hasn't it? Does it remind you of Rat? Not even close. Told you already, don't try to be her. Next up, the Grand Crusade Memorial. It belongs to an airspace that was conquered by the squadron Red and I were in. Where she wanted to retire. At the time, there was an ancient that involved a botanical trading vessel. The accident had nothing to do with her. But from that day on, keep telling me she wanted to start a flower business and she retired. Saying she wanted to grow lumen plants. Thought she was crazy. Worked out for her, didn't it? Some effort. It took her years to cultivate that. Yeah, traveling thousands of light years to another solar system. Find a planet with the right conditions. She even asked me to take an extended leave so I could try to solve it for her. You ever miss her? No? I couldn't care less about someone who comes and goes without a word. She shows up to dump her daughter on me. Why should I? She used to talk about you all the time. I never miss her. She also told me to give you this if you ever board the ship again. Bastard. Aww. On the back of the photo were a few words to the doctor written by Rad. Flowers have bloomed. Hand this over your opening table, will you? For my friend Dr. Russell. It's our day's flight. Aww. Glory to United. May fire and iron light the stars in memory of our fallen heroes. The doctor sneered at the name, saying what the memorial represented was anything but grand. She never forgot the day that she and Rad were ordered to shoot down at the geodesolation. The walls inside the tower were engraved with accounts of the war, primarily focused on how United Mining tuned the war in its favor. There wasn't much recorded about the witches, going so far as to say they were the cause of the chaos. Public defacement like this not only threatened the lives of witches, also left them tormented by guilt, to be seen in Edo's master. A 16th witch detection squad mistakenly shot down a civilian vessel, which led to a large-scale conflict with Zhao Ji. They even went so far as to identify our squad. How nice of them to leave out our names. What a shame, Eda. It seems the names of us sinners have been left out of this historic memorial. It's not your fault. Eddie, how about I use my wrench to do a number on this wall? After speaking, Ada disappeared for a period of time. She go back to the ship, she whispered. Not a killer, my master. Ada may have looked calm on the outside, but quickly found out that if something upset her, she would get really aggressive. I have no idea how Ada avoided all the security cameras before leaving. She sprayed a flower that symbolized her master. What hurt her the most wasn't the pain and suffering caused by United Mining, but the fact that they took her master away, not give her the honor she deserved. Her master may have been responsible for the loss of many lives, but did save Eva. Oh my. The Lumen Plant tending service for the following property expires today. We have automatically renewed your plan. If you wish to terminate the service, please notify us within 7 days. We wish you a pleasant journey among the 1,000 people. Come join New Iron, developed by United Mining. It's the friendliest immigration sector of the Galaxy Empire. Sure is. Cave is the pride of Lumen Mining Act. It's the first step in reclaiming Lumium, refinement capabilities for Thousand Peaks. I remember how the doctor smiled when we brought this place up. So it really did. And unlike United Mining, we will preserve it. Inside the nearly completed mining facilities, the shrine overflowing with lumen was separated off with glass. Murals and natural formations were both assiduously preserved. The construction unit was working hard to share the space fairly with the goods. Gods, I also can't read anymore. Coming from East Ocean, it made me feel ashamed. After all, the excessive industrialization back home, Lumen plants hard to come by. Trappers, can't find Eddie. Did she head off to look for intel? Hey, where's June gone too? Young lady, I've confirmed your vessel ID number. You're the technician for the Red Chamber crew, right? I have the Daily Lumen, and lots of young people are dying to hear your story. There's a witch and a young runner in your crew, if I'm not mistaken. Are they a couple? Is there any chance I could interview them? The relationship between a witch and a runner, that's a real odd topic. If you got me in, I'll pay you with some decent intel. I can get you in touch with the captain. The guy's just a servant. Remy seemed to have been looking for us for a long time. As soon as we returned, she told me to get the hell away, but she was even angry at Adam for not responding to her message on this interview. Oh. Oops. I'm looking for my master. She's a great witch. First time I met Captain Edda of the Red Chamber, she didn't hide the fact that she was a witch. I know the Peakers hate us, but runners just need to trust in themselves and do a good job. Edda's a petite stature, but she speaks resolutely. Feels as if her eyes can see right through your soul. Who would have thought that this was the crew leader who discovered the largest Mirian ruin in the last 2 years and the Honorable Runners Award? Following Edda was her attendant, who served as both pilot and technician. Earnest and welcoming, she spoke with confidence in front of the witch. The other crewman was an East Oceaner mercenary, according to the technician. They rescued him from the clutches of some pirates. One, he'd come their servant. Please ignore what Remy said during the interview. June is not a slave. Okay. Yeah, so let's just the witch part a little. The lady was interviewed Red Chamber. You must believe in yourself before searching for Lumen. First search your soul. In the end, you will find the Lumen that you're looking for. That's Edda. She has a petite stature, but she speaks resolutely. It feels as if her eyes can see right through your soul. Who would have thought that this was the crew leader who discovered the largest Mirian ruin in the last 2 years and was given the Honorable Runners Award? Following her was a girl who worked as both the pilot and technician. The other member of the crew was a young East Oceaner mercenary and runner. Titanic crew's meteoric rise has made them the idols for the younger generation of Aurora. Lumen of the Peaks, live without end. The Daily Lumen is your unbiased news source of the and is committed to uphold standards of objectively neutral. What do you think of June, Remy? An obedient pat. Huh? Just an oceaner. Her ship is of course by 50 degrees. What I meant was adjusted to 3 degrees. Please confirm the plotted course, Captain. Been talking about his clan a lot lately. Understand why he's so serious about it. Cool. Ansel asked me out the other day. Really? I said no because I think they're all liars. You think so? Have you ever hated someone from the bottom of your heart? Rather mining? I hate June. A lot. I know he can be frustrating sometimes. No wonder I hate him so much. What did we do to Remy? Headquarters for the Lumen Association. From what I remember, this was a massive city that embodied the spirit of Thousand Peaks. Repurposed from a hospital during the war, Mount Aurora Municipal Hospital is the largest medicinal institute in Thousand Peaks. The lobby was packed with people from all over the land seeking treatment. Long lines of scavengers and runners that were injured in caves could be seen waiting to be called as they shared stories of their adventures with one another. Patient 425 has gone missing again. It's James. A bastard and his adventures. Next time to the damn bad. James. I've seen that name in the Lumen Association Hall of Fame. James Wong, a cave runner who loves leaving behind recording of himself after he explores the cave. His name is alright, a famous nut job. Can I come back here? Since we had no clues concerning his disappearance, we slipped away. I can't come back. Okay. Guys, you need to remember, I need to come back here. Located in the free neutral city of Mount Aurora, Thousand Peaks Civil College was the only college in the peaks. Here, a select few gathered for academic research regarding the reconstruction of Thousand Peaks and the miracle of Lumen. The institution would regularly send out excavation parties. Presents could be found in caves far and wide. And that is why we believe the Lumen civilization is so distantly removed from our human ancestors. And next, I have received some wonderful news. We are very lucky to have some important guests here at the college. Everyone present, I'm sure you've heard of the Red Chamber crew. Red Chamber? Professor, how'd you get them? We've got so many questions. Told them we were just coming to look for intel, but fools knocked us in. What are we going to do? Let's be nice. Ada was a bit embarrassed sitting in the conference. Discussion on the origins of Lumen continued for several hours. She was a bit annoyed at the whole thing, but she was lively and spoke with confidence. She remembered how she looked. Aww. Excerpts from this conference indicate that the Mirian gods who existed in ancient times may have been higher dimensional consciousness beings that were formed by a mixture of lumen and other minerals. It is surmised that they used some form of song to activate the internal lumen in order to survive. Without song, they would most likely turn back into their mineral form, and their consciousness would return to the flow of lumen dispersed among the void. Barrel after barrel, marked with the label United Mining, Thousand Peaks, were filled with lumium and loaded up on a large cargo ships to be sent to the far reaches of Thousand Peaks. Under the supervision of the Mount Aurora Distribution Center, an endless stream of ships and people slowly but surely repaired the scars of it. Ah, the Great Red Chamber crew, what brings you here? Should we be out looking for intel? With the number of mines under your name, after the application goes through, I'm sure you'll be able to buy this place. We're doing pretty good right now. I don't think we need to take on any work. Let's focus on finding Banshee. If I have too much money, I can't work. Lumen of the Peaks flow without end. The Mirian shrine located next to the Lumen Association was not built for worshipping Ignis, nor the two gods Helios or Terra, but for worshipping the 10 planetary gods of Thousand Peaks. To symbolize the diversity of the Lumen Association, people that come from every part of the solar system. The thing looks like the thing we discovered. To commemorate the 6th anniversary of the end of the Lumen War, the troupe performing Melody of Starsong, holding a disaster relief charity benefit. Today's performance of the second act, Songless Heaven, Songless Earth. This will be the 4th performance from the Thousand Peaks tour. Audio of Starsong. Will be the next part of the story. Come on, hurry up and sit down, or all the seats are going to get taken. Okay. I'm sitting, but I don't know what's so great about this opera. Is it opera that Adam was really into? Sit next to her. I wasn't too happy when I sat next to Ada, but the captivating plot soon drew her attention away. Ada was even more focused on the stage and was visibly affected when Terra spoke those tragic lines. In the second act, Terra's song created an everlasting flow of lumen, granting the sanctum's immortality. This violated the laws of Ignis, and in fear of divine retribution, the 6th god rebelled, sacrificing Terra to Ignis and sparking the holy war. After the performance ended, I heard Adam murmuring the final words Sarah spoke to Helios before she was killed. Will we find each other in the next life? Let us live on a planet of our own. I will plant flowers among the valleys, sing for you into old age and death. To be honest, I remember my time with Adam more than the details of the story. The Council of 10 located at the Association headquarters was composed of the earliest members of the Lumen Association and was the highest level of decision-making. It was through their efforts that the mining disputes at Thousand Peaks were settled. They fought tirelessly for the rights and interests of the runners, making them a well-respected organization among the people. You sure took your time. The Council of 10 has required that no more than 2 of you be present. Going to stay, Ada. I'll let Remy stay then. Since June is a runner, you should come with me. I'm fine either way. Follow me. You're about to meet the highest ranks in the Lumen Association. Speak unless I tell you to. Oh. Thank you for your trust. Greetings. Unfortunately, most council members are quite busy today, so there's only the 3 of us. Is this the Red Chamber vessel crew? They're quite young. What is the human raider, the witch? Oh. I already hate them. Why is the witch allowed to fly so freely on a United Mining raider vessel? Practically a war crime. Ada had nothing to do with the war. Don't talk to her like that. Tell him to shut up. Right, June. I was once a Miriam witch as well, Vice President. Do I need to remind you that such language violates association policy? Now please explain why these children were chosen for the mission, President. They made quite a name for themselves, even outside of Thousand Peaks. They received the Honorable Runner's Award and even saved an immigration convoy. Nothing to complain about. Fine, get on with it then. I'll just move on to the main subject. Close the doors. As you may be aware, United Mining has become increasingly active lately. They intend to force changes to the Lumen Mining Act against public opinion. The changes will allow them to further limit exports' rights for runners. On top of that, there has been numerous reports concerning the seizure of public caves. Some people are quite fed up with all this and wish to express their discontent. Our client has given us intel on a few recent campaigns targeting new crates. They want us to sample perfect Starsongs from the depths of these caves before United Mining reaches them. What good is sabotaging them like this? This isn't some sort of game. I suspect they want to dump the Starsongs into the black market, thus undercutting the profit United Mining plan to gain from these caves. Politics. Sounds more like they're trying to topple the current Trayman. Enough chatter, both of you. What are your thoughts? Ada? Sorry, so you want the Red Chamber crew to infiltrate United Mining caves? Why should we take such a risk? I'm sure you're familiar with the Banshee expedition. Mission 03323. According to the client, that is the target, Banshee. Oh yes, we know much about you, Witch of the Red Chamber. If your master really is on Banshee, wouldn't want United Mining to reach her first, would you? I believe this is mutually beneficial for us, young lady. I'll leave the rest to you, Russell. Understood. Thank you for bringing her. She's an exceptional... Okay. Lumen of the Peaks, slow before dawn. This is a licensed operation under the Lumen Mining Act. What can I do for you, runner? Oh. An accessible translation of the classic text splitting of the 10 peaks, over 300 hand-drawn illustrations, bring you into the world of Miriam. The version is a cooperation between the Lumen Association and Aurora Civil College, created to give readers a more visual sense of the text. With small size, it's perfect for reading at home or taking it on the go. This text describes the last stages of the Mirian Empire when Helios called upon Terra to sing for Miriam's conductor of prosperity. Ignis was enraged by this, and he warned the gods that the wrath of heaven would befall them if they did not stop. Helios defied Ignis, however, and was dragged into war with the gods, who took Ignis' side. Let's take this far. I'll send you the information later. I want you to know I would rather you not be involved. Dealing with Banshee, say Annie Kate. I can't allow myself to help you any further. You've done more than enough for us. I really do wish you could find Red, but I also want you to live your own life. I know. You take care. I have some unfinished business here in Mount Aurora. And take this with you. You're a member of the Inner Circle now. The doctor gave this to us before we left Aurora. The ring was a carving of the 6 planets that had disappeared long ago. It symbolized the 6 peaks that revolted against Helios during the Holy War. This ring was used by those in the Lumen Association carrying out secret orders. Hey. Warning. Recently, distress reports for runner ships have been on the rise. Reliable sources indicate that ever since the Red Chamber discovered the ancient Mirian remains known as the Lumen Ziggurat, Iron Wing military activity has continued to rise. We advise runners to not go near military bases or cape airspaces that belong to Iron Wing. Lumina... wait. How do I... No. Yeah, that's okay. Why? Message. Here. Dear Ada, you'll have to go into United Mining airspace for this mission. If you aren't an Iron Man citizen, it won't be easy on you. If you encroach on military airspace, it might even shoot you down. Even if Remy can evade United Mining spaceways, just you upgrade Red Chamber's signal modifier. Take care of yourself. Do anything that will make Red sad. So this is our next mission. We're going to infiltrate Red Mining airspace. I hope you two understand the risk involved. Yes? Any questions, Remy? Remy? No big deal. I forge a visa and upgrade the Red Chamber signal modifier. We still need to watch out though, even if we do avoid radar detection with signal modifier. If you don't time or stay, we could run into their vessels head on. No amount of signal modifying could hide us then. Is there any way we can stay out of sight? We should be able to avoid a patrol ship. John, do you understand the risks? I trust in Remy's calculations. Remy? I can handle it. Eddie wants to run off with that guy. There's just too much. Endless lumen. I can't describe how much this hurts. It's like my arch enemy is no longer here. I've lost my purpose. It will be okay, Remy. Let me console you. Even though you responded to my date proposal 6 months late, I know you didn't mean it. Broken-hearted. Benzel. Yes. A restaurant I mentioned appears to have gone out of business. How about this one? PPS. You pay separately? Only your true love would take you here. No menu, a private wine collection, the suite with a view that gazed beyond the galaxy. It was more than just delicious dishes, it was an unforgettable experience, a loved one. Even though it was ridiculously expensive, Orkais was still one of the most popular day locations for Pika couples. Right? On the tiny space station, many thousand Peaks orphans completed their formal education. Founded many years ago, when the orphanage took in many children from the Aurora region, who were abandoned during the war. Some of the orphans were from Zoaji or the Rumoi clan, while some of the older ones were even exiled witches. Though the Dean rarely showed his face, everyone said his hope was that one day discrimination would end. He was a gentle but determined man that hoped to create a future for 1,000 people. Well, the Witch of the Red Chamber. What brings you here? Isn't your mission more important? Huh. Since the children are here, I won't say anymore. We are holding a class in Muriel. Would you like to share your thoughts of the case? Surely your wealth of experience of looming gives you a unique perspective on it. Isn't he the vice president for the Council of 10? He's doing working as a DN. I never thought he'd be doing something like this. What's wrong about him? Children are all orphans of the war. I'm a witch. Are they even going to be able to accept me? Okay then, so for the first class, we'll start by planting flowers. The vice president and the children didn't know what to make of that. Sometimes I forgot that she had left the tower's teachings behind. To this day, I still remember what she taught the students. Aww. Myriad and everlasting, serve none but the flower within, she said. The soul takes the form of a flower. Look not beyond yourselves, but tend to its every need. When the class was over, Edda gave all the children a bag of seeds. Aww. That's cute. Not sure which way to go. Let's explore everything first. So what if I came back a little late? It's formality of Starsong. I had to go out to do research, get inspired. If you don't turn your communication channel, I'm gonna spill out a family secret. You just watch me. Why the rodent ships is hogging the public channel? They're going on about family stuff. Deal with it. Just hack in and turn it off. Every family has its problem. You should help them out. Let's see. It's hard apparently. The one online was Felix Rodin, the creator of Melody of Stars. He spent so much time working on the opera that he rarely went home, and his family nearly kicked him out. But Chema was able to get him in touch with his family and help resolve the issue. Nice! An expression of friendship and gratitude, the brooch emitted an ice blue aura and was made of highly refined lumen metal. Holding it in my hands, I could feel it resonating. You'll need this one day, Robin said as he gave it to